Hello everyone, good morning. Am I audible and screen visible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. We were discussing regarding the lists. So before going to the next topic, let us have a brief revision about the lists. There, again, lists is one of the important topics. Definitely, you can expect a question about this. So three important. Yeah, there was some disturbance. Now, I hope you are able to hear my voice.
Yes, sir.
So three types: ordered, unordered, and then the definition lists. Definition lists, what I was saying was, are generally used for a specific type of list, wherein you want to display the lists in a specific form. Otherwise, normally we use the ordered list and unordered list. As you can see here, uh, unordered lists indicated by the tags UL, opening and closing tag. Ordered lists are indicated by the tags OL, and then definition lists DL, and then the contents can be DT and D. Uh, we use LI tag for the contents of the list. Now we have an example over here. Whatever you want to put inside the list, put it inside the LI tag. Each content should be in the LI tag, and then the LI tag should be inside the UL tag for unordered list. So it will be displayed in the form of bullets. So the shape of the bullet can be either a disc or a circle or a square or none. So how do you specify the shape of the bullet? That can be used using what? List style type. This is one property. List style type is to be used with the style and similarly ordered list. We have got OL, and then the list elements are entered using the LI type. The important properties are type and start.
The
Type has
Excuse
screen
got
me,
is
sir.
not audible.
yes.
Sir, the
Screen is not
screen is
audible.
not visible.
Yeah. Okay. Just a minute. Now, can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'll just come back from the starting. Three types: unordered list, ordered list, and then the definition lists. So unordered list, as you can see, we use the UL tag, and then we use the LI tag for entering the elements. Then you have got the property which can be used with a style property. So list style type is the property. It has to be used with style attribute. The values for list style type are disk, circle, square, and none. The contents of the list will be displayed as per this. So here, this is unordered list. Similarly, we can have the ordered list. Only difference will be the tag OL tag, and then the important properties are type and start. Type value is for which type of order you want, whether it is a capital alphanumeric, small alphanumeric, capital A, small a, or the numeric values. In case if you are using numeric values, then you can use the start attribute also. By default, the starting value is 1. In case if you want it to start from the list to start from some other number which is not 1, then you can specify the start attribute. Now, this is the example. Ordered list type is equal to A. So it will be A, B, C. If the type is equal to small a, here output will be the small a, B, C. Similarly, Roman letters, capital, small. If you don't specify anything, it will be the numeric one. Then definition, lists, DL, DT, and DD tag we have seen. So the outer tag is definition list tag, DT, and then DD. Now the output you can see over here. Now the example which we have seen here. Let's once again go through the examples here. one paragraph we are displaying, and then to change the size of the font, we use the font size in the style. Then this is our unordered list, and then these are our contents. So 5 contents are there, and then we are specifying the attribute, that is this style type is equal to square, and then font size also we are specifying. So 2 values can be separated using a comma, semicolon. This is what this is where it gets confusing in examination, especially in practical examination. When you give a style attribute can have multiple values. So all the values should be within one particular quote. That value is supposed to remember. Each value, each sub attribute, you can say, can be separated by a semicolon, and the attribute and its respective value are separated by a colon. So that you need to remember. So we use the list style type to specify which type of, say, font or bullet you wanted. Similarly, ordered list, we have ordered list. Then we use a type attribute, we use the style attribute, and then the lists are numbered with the order. By default, it is numeric value. Otherwise, if you want specific Roman value, or you can say a character like E or B, you can use this. Start can be used in case if you're not using this. Start can be used for the other list also. For example, you can say here style type is equal to A, and start is equal to, you can say, some value as I. So it will start from I. The last one is definition list. So we use again style attribute for specifying the font size. Definition list style is equal to, again, font size we have specified this here. So dt and then dd, in dt and d. So you'll see the output here, how it comes. See here. Start attribute will work only for the numerical values, not for the non-numerical values. You can give start value only for the numerical ones. No need to give it for the non-numerical. This is what we have studied in the previous class revision of that. Always remember, this is again a definitely expected question from examination point of view. One of the 3 lists, unordered, ordered, and definition lists will definitely be asked in the examination. So this is the list that we have seen, all the tags which are associated with the list. I hope you have understood. Any doubts there? Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, anybody is having any doubt?
No, sir, no doubts.
Understood.
Then we will proceed with the next one. Again, a very important tag. It is called as the form tag. As you have seen in other programming languages, any graphical user interface contains various input tags. Now, for example, you have got a text box, you have got a button, so that the information from the user is accepted and sent to the server for processing. Now, here also in HTML, we have got different kinds of inputs. As you can see, we have got a text input, radio, checkbox, submit, and button. Now, all these inputs, as you can imagine, what kind of inputs these are. This is a text input, radio input, checkbox, submit, and the button input. So we can accept the values or inputs from the user and then send it to the server for processing. Here in this case, we have a tag called as the form tag. A form tag is used to accept the values from the user. How do we do it generally? Let us have a structure of HTML. I'll restart once again so that at the end of this particular say subject, you should not have at least the basic things cleared. Let us have a HTML. Let me name this as form demo. Say this as HTML file. So now you can tell me what are the this HTML tag and then closing tag as well. So what are the other tags which we need to have? We need to have the head tag, head, a title tag which is inside the head tag. Take the title as form demo. So this then the important tag where we insert all the contents is the body tag. So here in this case, this is the basic structure. So everybody should, in fact, everybody is well versed with this. Now here, what we do is we have a form tag. We need to have a opening and closing form. So we are inserting. See, as form as an entity does not exist. It is like a platter. Now it is like a holder which holds all other contents, all other entities. Now here, any user interface, be it a text box or be it a radio button or a checkbox or any other kind of a user interface, all the user interfaces are to be inserted or added inside the form tag only, and form tag should be inside the body tag. That you need to remember. Directly on your own, you cannot insert a text box. Simply, you cannot say a word insert some text. You cannot do that particular any this one. You have to insert within the form tag. You need not or you should not insert it inside the outside the form tag. And then there are different types of sub tags for the form. Now what we'll do is we'll just say label. We can give a label to this and then end of the label tag. What we can do is end the label tag here. Just specify this as what. Say enter name. So here one label tag you have learned now. Run this, what will happen is you can see form demo, no output is coming. You can see here there is some which is missing. That is the reason why this. How to verify this? You can just check out here form demo title and then head body. That means it is showing this as what there is. So what we'll do is title tag we have not closed properly. So that's the reason why you can see the label is coming. One of the, you cannot call it as a drawback, one of the say features which doesn't exist in HTML is it will not show where the error occurs. Now here you can see I had not closed the title tag properly. When I run this, it was not executing the label tag. It was showing here the tags only, but not the output. So here you need to manually trace it. So Notepad++ or any modern editor will help you enabling that particular thing. So what we'll do is we have entered a label. So solve the error. You can see label. You can enter a label just like a normal label. Specify with that. Now what we'll do is let us enter a text box. There's very important tag which is called as the input tag. There is a tag called as the input tag. What I can do is one important, very important attribute which is called as the type. So if you say type is equal to text, type has got different values. So if you say type is equal to text, the text box will be inserted. Let's see here, one text box comes. Now, similarly, it has got other attributes also. Now, for example, you can say video. What it will do is, let us see if it includes a radio. I can see here, instead of text box, it has inserted a radio button. So, first one, let us include a text box. Now, there are other properties also we'll see. The first one is the text box. Now, text box is associated with its other properties. So you can specify the name for this. Why this is used now? Let us say it is used for the first name. So you can give the name accordingly. Value is the value contained within the text box. You can have the value as it is. You can leave it blank, so it will come as blank, or you can enter a particular value. By default, that value will come. Now, for example, value, I have written it as blank. Let us say as Abhishek. By default, if we have entered the value as Abhishek, so Abhishek will come. After this, if I change any name here, after this, if I change by default name is Abhishek, if I change the value GCC, so value gets changed to what GCC. It will not be reflected in the code, but initial value we have given as Abhishek. Later on, it will get changed as GCC. Whatever the value enters, whatever the value entered by the user. Similarly, there are other tags also. For everything, we need to have a input tag. Use the input tag over there. So input tag is a single tag, just like BR tag or HR tag. There is no closing tag as such. You can use both opening and closing tag. So here we go on entering the values. So first one is what input, and then specify type is equal to. Now here, in case if we say password, so the input type will be a password. So let us give the name as shorten it as PWD. Value, let us not enter any value, leave it as blank. There is another attribute called as max length. Max length is equal to, we can say 20. By default, it is 20, so let us increase it a bit. Max length is equal to 4. What we'll do is max length, we can use it for text also. So this max length is equal to 4. Now here we have saved this. For password, let us include a label. Here, let us give the content as enter the password. So two labels we have had, first label and then enter a text box. Second label and then enter a password. Once you enter the password, what we do is refresh this. You can see it is asking for the password also. Let us enter some value over there. Initially, let us change the value. Save this. The values will not get cleared automatically. I need to close this, or we need to use a reset button. We'll see how to use a reset button. Till then, what I'll do is run this. So enter name, enter password. If you want to take it to the next line, what is the code that I need to enter here? After this, have a break character. So once this is done, let's see, this will come to the next line. So this is how to enter the. So most important values here to be understood are the ones form. If all the inputs which are to be accepted from the user are to be inside the form tag. Label is a tag which will give you a label or which is used to display some text. Then input is the important tag. Any input uh, user interface, be it a text or a radio button or a say password or a checkbox or a drop down option, all those things are to be can be given using the input tag with the type attribute of input tag. So type is attribute. If you give the value as text, it will insert a text box. If you give the value as password, it will insert a password. If you give the value as radio, it will insert a radio button. If you insert the value as checkbox, it will insert a check. You can see here, these are the input tag and then the respective type attribute. Now, these are the values which are accepted by the type attribute. We have given what are the values which we have given? We have given text. We have given the value of password. Yes, and radio. We have seen. Now, apart from this, we can give a button, checkbox, color, date. So it will add a date column over there. Then local date and time we can include. Email we can include. File we can include. Hidden is one attribute we have seen. Image you can add over there. Month, number, password, radio, range. Reset is there again. Search is there. So you can add a search button. Submit button is there. EL, text, time, URL, and week. These are the attributes. Now, out of this, for your information, I have given all the list of values accepted by the type attribute. But from syllabus point of view, we'll focus on button, checkbox. Then you have got image, number, not number, password, radio, reset is there, submit is there, text is there. So these are the values which we are going to focus upon. Questions will be asked on only those attributes, but there is no harm in learning the others. So what we'll do is first we'll touch upon the topics which are there in the syllabus. Then we'll go with the others which are additional. So what you can do is you can just try with these examples. At the end of this chapter, we'll be able to um, form. We'll be able to have a this one able to develop a particular HTML form wherein we accept the values and then now, as I said, button is for adding a button. Checkbox is for adding a checkbox. Then we have got image for adding an image. Password, as we have seen, adding the password. We can see here in the output itself. Now what will happen is enter name, GCC, enter password. Whatever value you enter, that will not be displayed over there. The max character we have given 40, so it will accept 40 characters over. Here also max characters 40. After 40, it will not. By default, it is 20. In case if you want it more, you can specify that with the max length. So similarly, we can have this radio button will have a separate this one. Then for example, let us what we'll do is add some piece of code here. You can just have a look. Instead of password, say is equal to reset. No need for these values for reset. Okay. Then we have the submit. So this you can see reset and submit. Add this. Let us take it to the next line using the VR tag. Okay. Submit is equal to the name value. So instead of name, check other attributes. So the use of this reset button is enter anything, enter anything. Now, if you press submit, it will take all the values and then pass it on to the server. That also we'll see how it passes on to the server. If we say reset, it clears the values. So that is why we use the reset. Use a radio button and other things. I'll cover in the next class. Any doubts here?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
This is both theoretical as well as practical question. In the practicals, you can get a question to develop a form, build a form on your own. Theoretically, they can ask what is the use of a form tag, which is the most important tag under the form tag, and which is the most important attribute of the form tag, and what are the values of those form tag we have seen. Then we have seen the input tag, and then type is the most important attribute for input tag. Today we have seen text, password, reset, and submit. Tomorrow we'll just continue with this one, and then we'll have additional inputs for this. And at the end of this, we'll see how to develop a form and then accept the values from the. Any doubts here? Side by side, you can enter your attendance, and then if anybody is having any doubts, you can ask. Uh, so there are a couple of websites, as you can see, which are very useful from learning the HTML. You can go to W3 schools, the non syllabus kind of a things, and then additional things you can just practice. They're very useful, very simple, very easy to understand. Examples are given over. So I suggest you go there. You can go to the tutorials points also, W3 schools also, or any other free website, and then find out some examples over there. Now you can see the ones which we have seen. Radio we'll see in the next class tomorrow. The examples are given over there. Form attributes examples are given over there. Specify with that. Fine then, if you do not have any doubts, we'll wind up the class today. See you in the next class.
Yes, sir.